This is my 1978 Kawasaki KZ400. I bought it from that auction house over there. And then I pushed it over here to the parking lot and got it running. And that's when this snowstorm came. That day, I promised my wife I wouldn't do anything stupid. Today, I got out of the house before I saw my wife, so I couldn't make any such promises. Let's get this bike running again and hit the road. While I was out having fun in the cornfield and bashing some snow drifts, I fried the regulator rectifier. But don't worry, today we're here to rectify that situation.
Nice. That was a really nice trip. I hate you, Craig.
Here's where we're at. For everybody following along at home, our carburetors are clean, our fuel petcock still leaks, and I fried the regulator. So we're gonna pop this off, we're gonna pop the new one on. This should be an easy peasy fix.
It's a good thing you put the saddlebags back on so that those are in the way.
Right, they're not in my way, they're probably just in your way.
They are very much in my way. I would say they make a better door than window, but they don't make a good door.
But that wouldn't be funny. Shots fired. All right, let's pop this off.
Craig, I'm trying to make a video here. Stop being in the way.
Stop being in your way. Wait, look at that.
How amazing is it?
It's broke. All right, well, let's put this on here. I was really hoping it was a fuse. Turns out it wasn't. I'm hoping that'll do it. Let's put a new battery in it. Don't want to break these side covers. Wait. They're so small and my hands are so cold. I hear a snowplow, that's a good sign.
And the snowfall isn't that bad. We're at like what, 4 inches?
Yeah, it's slowed down. I don't think it's below yeah, maybe it's a little below freezing.
I think this is like an average June for Canadians.
Watch them Canadians, eh? I'm just kidding, I love our friendly folk to the north. Okay, all right, so we got a battery. We've rectified the burnout rectifier issue.
Keep making that joke.
I know, the whole time. Did make a new key switch.
It's good that you made a new key switch. You're not making any new jokes.
Ooh. Okay, so that's off. What happens when I turn it on? See if anything smokes or... Okay. Nice. We got lights, right? Dang it. Well, we probably fried that bulb when we, ran it with the wires crossed and they got really bright.
When the bulb looked like it was going nuclear?
When the bulb looked like it was the sun. Let's see if we have spark. Because if we don't have spark, that means that my diagnosis was incorrect and we fried something else as well as the rectifier. Horn works. So, here's a fun fact. After shocking the electrical system like that, the turn signal relay now works. I'll take it. High beam indicator way gone. That went with the bulb. All right, Dan, you look on this side for spark. I'll look on this side. There's that on, make sure that's on metal. Okay, ready?
Yep.
I'm not seeing anything.
I'm not seeing anything either.
I don't think we have spark. Nope.
Nothing coming up with the points either.
Nothing. We might be sunk in the snowstorm.
You getting anything?
Nothing. But the turn signal's working out.
Yeah. At least you can tell people which direction you won't be going.
You know what? It wouldn't have to go through the headlight, would it?
What do you mean?
Almost like the headlight would be like a fuse of some sort, but...
Are the fuses good?
Yeah, I checked fuses. Fuses are good. It's always good to have your points out in the weather. They like moisture, these points. They love moisture. It's not true, they don't. Let's double check fuses. Let's start by double checking the test light. All right, see, that works. Now, we can pop our fuse panel open. There, it says open this way. Now, let's see here. Got power, have power, have power. So all those fuses are good. We have a neutral light on. We've got power going through our switch. All that's good. The screws are getting smaller and the snow is getting deeper. Oh yeah, it's a sealed beam. Fried that sucker. I almost have to look at a wire diagram to see what else we could have messed up. Dan, I'm not sure we're gonna be able to get this thing fired up here at the moment, but the horn works. Here's a little tip. If you're taking off a headlight like this, and you've never taken it off before, you're not quite sure, pay a little extra attention. See, it's these little screws that held this one on with that bezel. not basil, that's what you eat in tomato sauce. These here are actually the adjustment for the headlight, and there's springs and things and all sorts of stuff behind them. So if you pull them out thinking your headlight's gonna fall off, stuff's just gonna go boing and you're gonna lose parts and pieces. There we go. Ah, good thing that wasn't hard. The geese are coming. They want to see what we're up to. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like we're under attack.
Oh, there they are. Stupid geese.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about Canada is our geese.
Yeah, I don't think Canadians like it if you talk smack about their geese, though.
Oh, tough.
You got a problem with Canada gooses? You got a problem with me? And I suggested that one marinate.
Well, as much fun as I'm having sitting in a parking lot here in the middle of a snowstorm trying to get this motorcycle running, I must have done a little more to it than I thought. I was hoping it was just going to be an easy swap out that rectifier, put a battery in it, give it a few kicks, and it on our merry way we go. That's not happening. So let's head back to the shop, see exactly what we did, and get this thing running once and for all.
Let's fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
Okay, so while we were out in the frozen tundra of that parking lot, I put the fresh battery in, I replaced the regulator rectifier, I checked the fuses. Some of you noticed the smoke coming out behind my right leg in the last video when the headlight went nuclear. And what that was this wire here, and I totally smoked it. So I soldered in a new wire. I need to tape that up yet, but I got a new wire on there. New regulator rectifier, new battery, did everything, and we still don't have spark.
So now that we did everything, we're gonna do everything else.
We're gonna do all the other else's that we didn't do the first time. I don't even know where to start, right, meow. Let's start at the beginning. Let's take this seat off so we can see stuff.
Now that we can take the seat off.
Yes, they didn't give us a key, but see that number?
Okay, is that 27?
Yeah, U27.
U27.
So I've been working on motorcycles for a long, long time, and I know I can take that number to a locksmith, or there's a guy down south that can make you a key, all this stuff. Getting a key is easy. That's why I didn't break any of the locks when I was trying to get this thing running in the parking lot. I just couldn't get a key made in one day. That's why I didn't have a key. Now, it's a couple days later, and guess what? I still don't have a key. That off. And now the seat comes off, just like that. Let's pump this tank off too, while we're doing stuff. Oh, here, doesn't like that. Ugh. Okay, now the tank's off. That was easy. I kind of just want to pull this fairing off so I can get to some wires here a little easier and it's not all in my way. And okay, let's pull this off a little. Okay, now hold it. Can I get these wires out? All right, there. Now let's see if that.
Oh, did you just cut the wires?
I did.
We're just cutting.
Such a mess up in here. It's pretty awful. Well, this is the one. This is our key switch here. What do we got for battery voltage? Definitely no spark. Okay, there we have nothing. So we need to get to testing some stuff. Quick continuity check here. So we have continuity. These two yellow wires, these are our wires down to our generator. So that's bringing up AC voltage to the regulator rectifier. What that's doing is turning the AC voltage into DC voltage to power the rest of the system. And it's also regulating the spikes. I know we smoked this because we saw the headlight go nuclear. So that was shot. I put a new one on. I don't know if we would have knocked out that generator, but let's see if we can get some numbers and do a test. I don't see any other wires that look damaged. Let's look here at the book quick.
Hey, it could be worse.
Could be snowing in here.
It could be, yeah. I was gonna say you could be working on the big dog instead.
Like when you're splicing wires and stuff, like lay it all out so you don't take a plug like this and then splice the yellow wire around the other stuff, so you have to recut it to get everything separated. I'd be all right if I never had to work on that bike again. We're at 0.6. It's possible we screwed that up. Watch, it's gonna be really something stupid like the high beam indicator burned out, which it did. And for some reason, like everything runs through there and that's what's causing us to not have spark. Other tests we need to do is the coil. If we burned out the coil, we wouldn't need a light for any reason to make spark happen, would we? That wouldn't make sense. Okay, so we have light to help anything with spark. Nothing. We got a whole lot of nothing there.
Craig, don't get frustrated. Remain calm and focused.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You see
there
something?
There I got power. But when that closes, see, and then the power goes out, then I get power. Come here. Smell that.
Smells a little well done.
Smells like campfire. All right, let's see what the coil test is supposed to be. So we want to test this side and this side. We're going to do ohms.
Ohms.
It's resistance. 1.2 ohms. It says it should be 3.2 to 4.8.
The ohms is low.
The ohms. We'll test the secondary winding by removing the plug caps. And this should be 10.4 to 15.6. 13.68. We're good. We're right. What? Right where we want to be.
You okay?
Yep. That was just me having a stroke. Let's start seeing if we have any continuity here. I don't know, man. That thing does kind of smell cooked. Ugh. Mouse pee. It really hit me in the back of the sinuses. Oh my word, Dan, look at this. Look. This thing is hot. I just pulled this coil off because I touched it and it's hot. Look, I'm bubbling juice out of this coil. Okay, so electronic pieces have either magic smoke in them or magic juice. Sometimes they have both. I let the magic smoke out of the regulator rectifier, and I think what's happening is I'm letting the magic juice out of the coil. How crazy is that? Like, did it stop bubbling now? Let's see how hot this thing is. Just out of curiosity. Okay, so the body of this thing, look at that, that's 100 degrees.
Woo!
What is it here?
Why is it?
Look, 125 degrees.
Why is it still so hot?
I don't know. They were at 100 degrees. This thing is hot.
Is it a bomb?
Did I cut the wrong wire? I'm gonna say we probably have a bad coil. My coil is Michael Bublé. Look at that. Look at that schmoo. And all that stuff was just bubbling up out of there. Yeah, we must have left the magic sauce out of this coil. I wonder, I got a couple old Suzuki's over in the warehouse. I wonder if I could steal a coil off one of them and it would be good enough to at least see if, I mean, I'm pretty convinced here that I'm holding this, it's still hot and it's bubbling juice out of it, that it's bad. But I wonder if I can get a Suzuki coil to work. Do you think the bike's gonna care if it's a Suzuki coil? And it's a Kawasaki motorcycle? Nah, I'm pretty sure Mr. Suzuki and Mr. Kawasaki, they were like second cousins or something. It'll be fine. I'm gonna say that's where we're headed. I'm glad I cut those wires up there and did all of that.
Oh, you're glad you made a hot mess up there?
I didn't make a hot mess. This thing is making the hot mess. Oh, man. Okay. Well, that is that. We see what we can steal.
You thinking about stealing something else?
No, it depends if we find something worth stealing. Stay in school, kids. Don't steal stuff. All right, so I picked this one up. It's actually for a Honda, but it should work. I don't think the coil cares. I think we can just mount that right where that one was. I don't know if you can see that screw in there. That just gets screwed onto the wire here. That's what holds the spark plug caps on. Okay, next. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is so I don't have to cut the wires off the original harness to put these ends on. So this will just plug right back in to the bike harness. So this is just gonna get plugged back into the bike harness. And then that is going to come down here. And that is positive, okay. So that's battery voltage. So that's gonna go here to the positive. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the next one. Here's a little secret. When you're putting wire ends on like this, give them a good pull when you're done crimping them. Like an actual, like pull it. If you're afraid to pull it because it's gonna come off, it means it's not tight enough and it needs to be redone. So, I mean, give it a good pull.
Unless you're so strong, you can pull wires in half.
Then ease up a little bit, like me. ISO strong. Whoa, don't start on fire.
Craig's gotta ease up on everything.
That's right.
He only gives things about 35% power at most.
I left the key on for a while and I drained the battery. Don't do that. Here, watch this, Dan. This is me. This is me working on a motorcycle. One step forward, 3 steps back. Okay, so let's get a charger on there. Okay, so we have new coil on. We have battery jumper hooked up and plug wires. Throw these plugs in. I'm gonna put this light back in so I know when I leave keys on and such. Gosh, I can't wait to figure out these wires. That's gonna be glorious. Glorious. There we go. Okay. Plugs are in. This is hooked up, that's hooked up. We have battery, we have that, we have that. Now, let's see if we have spark. Please have spark. Awesome. Okay, let's turn this off. Now we have a bike that's gonna run, I think. Well, that's charging. I'm gonna put a pan under here. We're gonna drop the oil and filter, and we're gonna get that replaced as well.
The oil looks like tar.
It does. Looks like tar soup.
Looks like you could root through it and find dinosaur bones.
These are dinosaur bones. Ooh, look at this.
Wow.
Smells amazing. Lots of interesting smells going on with this bike. Let that sludge drain out for a bit.
Now with the fresh coil and the fresh oil.
Oh.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the chance of it breaking down, going through another snowbank?
0. All right, let's get this mess here taped back up a little. It's all looking good. I'm liking that. We're getting so close here. This is where things start getting exciting.
Are we about ready?
I think we're about ready.
2.
Start it up. There's some wax on this one. It's from when somebody waxed it, probably 35, 40 years ago.
What does KZ stand for?
Kawasaki. I don't know about you, Dan, but I'm ready to go for a ride. Let's get this thing fired up and go do something. Why don't we have our neutral light?
Do we not have lights?
Why do we not have our neutral light?
Oh shoot. We wouldn't have lost power already, right?
We lost it all, my friend. Do I have a ground here? Yeah, okay. Yep. All right, something shorted the ground. Let's see where that could have happened. All right, where did we screw up? should be getting power there, and we're not. Okay, so we're not getting power there. Where did it screw up, Dan? Where did we do between having spark and losing it? We wrapped up these wires, did the headlight. I'm starting to think we're not supposed to ride this bike. Did such a nice job taping up these wires too. I feel like it's a ground issue. What a mess. But we also don't have power here. Yeah, I'm just kind of undoing whatever it is that we've done, but I have power here. And then this is running to the fuse box, and I have power there, and I have power there. Hold on a second. What's this?
What is that?
It looks like that's broke off. It looks like it's been broke for a while though. Okay, so that should be the power out. Huh, I bet you that's it. I bet you that's it. Oh man, that's all full of crud. Flip that switch. Let's see if we have anything.
Up. There it is. Now it's on.
Okay. And now we have spark. So, while we were rooching and carrying on around there with them wires, I screwed that up. I pulled that out. So, let's get that fixed quick. There we go, just like that. Okay, now let's tuck them back in there.
All right, take two.
Take two. Grab my tape. Tape 2.
Nice.
Are we ready for this, Dan?
Yes,
Are you ready
I am ready.
for all this excitement? Okay, should we hear this baby purr? Choke. On. How many kicks, Dan?
7.
I'm going 4.
All right,
Oh, geez, I'm gonna fall over.
Don't-
Right imminently.
fall over.
Oh no,
What?
something's smoking. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
What?
It's the light. The light gets hot and it's touching something.
Oh, shoot. What?
It doesn't work again.
It does, what? No, 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 Craig, you're doing it wrong. You're joking with me.
Oh, I bet you did this fall out?
Yeah, you probably just unplugged something down there. A frustrated Craig scrambles for wires in a tight space. Will he cut his face on that piece of glass?
You know what we should have done, Dan?
Not used this fairing?
Oh no, I like the fairing. Gotta use the fairing. All right. We're back to where we were.
And it's not melting anything.
Well, do you know what we should have done? We should have got a key made from locksmith. Okay, we're back to where we were. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
It didn't.
6, 7. Just like that, we both lose. 8, 9, 10.
I don't know why I keep doing the horn, but it works. Bulb just blew out. Oh, key came undone again. Ah! Guess how many degrees that headlight bulb is?
Many.
4 zillion. It's literally hotter than the sun. I can take heat, burns pretty well. That was flipping hot. All right, man, I can't believe how hot that bulb was. Holy mackerel. We just go from working on this bike in one area to another area to the parking lot, back to the shop. How many zillions of degrees is it now? Let's just set that there for now. If this keeps falling out, I'm just gonna go back to a paper clip. You know what we should have done, Dan?
Kick this bike to the curb or use the paper clip to begin with.
Yeah, maybe we should have just went and got a key. Okay.
We have spark.
We have spark. I love motorcycles. I love motorcycles. I love motorcycles. Okay. Where were we? Somewhere about here?
We're somewhere around 20 kicks into trying to start this thing.
Okay, I think it was 2.
Oh, that's how many? Oh, yeah, okay.
There we go.
Ooh.
That was 3. 4. Yes! Well, that was easy.
Craig, you got a bike running.
Okay, I think we're ready for a test ride. All right, finally. Yeah, we just need to get some miles put on this bike, let things clear up a little bit, and it is going to be running like a top. Now, I do have new tires on this bike and the roads are wet. That's always fun. That gets exciting. It's cruising really nice at 45, 50. This isn't ideal weather to be riding a motorcycle. When it's so foggy like this, other cars can't see you, and it just makes things exponentially more dangerous. Good thing exponentially is my middle name. Good time. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. For picking this bike up at an auction for 350, 40, whatever bucks, new tires, couple new parts, couple few days of aggravation, we got ourselves a motorcycle that we can go out and have fun with. It's got a back seat. Take the wife, girlfriend, the kids out for ice cream. Also has saddlebags and a fairing. This thing's just meant for touring all day long. But the more I ride it, the better it's getting. I will say it is a fun little bike. You hear that little misfire? Every once in a while it drops a cylinder and then it comes back. I'm not sure quite what's up with that, but we got some, you know, stuff going on electrical here. That doesn't surprise me. Look at this. Visibility is atrocious. It's so foggy the crows are walking. These carburetors were really bad, so, you know, I'm not surprised if maybe I have a little bit of a fuel delivery issue to one of the cylinders. That would totally be understandable for how nasty those things were. I just realized the visibility is like 18 feet and my front headlight isn't working. Well, I won't lie. I'm glad I didn't have to ride this bike in the snowstorm. So I kind of got lucky that I broke it. But I am glad that we got it up and riding, and we get to take it for a spin. Yeah, this thing is a runner. I just lost my rear brakes. Oh, look at that, it shut off right in time.
Wait, it just stalled out?
Yeah. I couldn't see a thing. Like,
oh my gosh. Dang it, Craig.
I just did everything you shouldn't do while riding a motorcycle. Visibility was probably 30 feet at the good spots. And my front headlight doesn't work because I blew it up. And the brakes don't work on the back of the bike there. And I can't see. I can't even put my glasses on anymore. So yeah, I probably did everything I shouldn't have done. Wow, that was a fun ride. The bike is getting better the more I ride it, but it still doesn't want to quite idle perfectly, but it'll keep going. I pretty much did everything you shouldn't do when you ride motorcycle. There's no visibility, probably 30 feet at a good spot. I can't see, my glasses are all covered in water. My shield was covered in water. The brakes stopped working in the back here. Yeah, that's a thing. I'm happy. I'm happy. I think the saga of this cheap auction bike is now over. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out one of these two videos that Dan puts right here. I know you're gonna love them. See you later.